Well, thanks Eliza, and thanks to Landcare and the South Australian Government for holding this event. I've travelled from Albury, New South Wales to come here, and it's great to finally get a chance to look at the South Australian landscape. For investors, one, we're going to outline what do we mean by investors, and they're not just the rich people in the city, but we're saying to investors, and this is even superannuation funds, are you willing to share and give equity to your farmers? Because there's something about ownership that the next generation or anyone wants to have in terms of farming, and that's how you're going to get the best people, is by giving them some ownership. I want to just quickly touch on this just to emphasise what we mean by investors, because I get it that saying investors can be a bit of a hard thing to get your head around, a bit scary. What I'm trying to do here is show you that there are lots of options for investors. Investors are not necessarily high net worth individuals who want to make a lot of money by screwing you into the dirt to make your farm bigger and better. Of course they are there, but we're talking about wealthy farmers. There are farmers out there who want to expand their empire, and they need you to come in and say, hey, I'll run your next farm, but I want to be co-owner with it. There could be the retiring farmer themselves who says, I will invest by keeping money into the farm through vendor finance or setting up an equity arrangement. There could be other retired farmers who are sitting in town wishing they still owned a farm, who have a bit of cash in their self-managed super, who think, oh, I'd love to be able to invest into a young person or bring the full forward back in to the town by investing in a farm. Other locals in town who want to invest into good businesses and make a good return. Self-managed super, as I quickly mentioned. Your friends and family. Equity crowdfunding. We're going to start doing equity crowdfunding in the start of 2018. So anyone for a minimum of $2,500 can own part of a farm. And you can just imagine how many people out there would love to be able to do that. And so you can now bring a proposal to anyone in Australia to get them to back you to own a farm with them. And of course the bank. The bank will offer up to 50% debt for your farm. That's massive. And I think we underplay the value of banks. It's just that we can never get that gap between your savings and what the bank will give you. But banks are obviously a key part of this whole arrangement. And also just quickly on investors as well, I want to highlight that there are other organisations out there wanting to do good with farming. And this is a new one which I'm on the board of, which is called the Organic and Regenerative Investment Cooperative, and they're all about buying farmland and ensuring it's there for the long term for organic and regenerative farmers, and they'll lease it out at a really good rate. But the aim is to support the whole organic farming industry and to provide opportunities to investors who are out there who want to make money but also want to do good at exactly the same time. So it's just to emphasise to you guys that the investment scene is changing. People want to support young people. People want to invest into communities. People want to invest into food. And there's vehicles being set up to help that to happen. That's why we're here as well. So it's more just to show you that money is no longer a barrier. It is absolutely no longer a barrier to you guys getting out there and living your farming dream or stepping back from your farm.